So today we're going to be demoing the squat, the classic bodyweight squat. Now, Sean here is going to show us how to do the half squat first, and then we'll go into the full squat. Now, squats are an excellent exercise for anybody to perform because they don't require any equipment. You don't need to be at a gym. You don't need any special gear or anything. You just need a floor and your body. It's a good exercise for most people as well because a lot of people have tight hip flexors, inactive glutes from prolonged periods of sitting. Squat is an excellent exercise because it takes the hips through its full range of motion. Now Sean here is going to demonstrate a half squat where all he has to do is bring his hips down to his knee level. So Sean's going to show us right here, a half squat, down, and notice how he's keeping the angle of his torso the same. He has a straight 45-degree angle from his shoulders to his hips. And he's going to maintain this angle as he comes up. See? And the angle only changes when he goes into that full hip extension. So now we're going to demo the half squat from the front. And as you can see, when Sean goes to perform the half squat, his feet are about shoulder width apart, maybe a little more. His feet are pointed however they naturally point. In this case, Sean's feet are a little bit forward. Some people that walk with their feet facing outward, they're going to want to squat like that. Now, notice that when Sean goes to squat, this little half squat here, Sean, his knees move a little bit outward, but they still basically stay right in line with his toes. They don't go beyond his toes this way, and they don't go outside of the edge of his foot the other way. And come back up. Now, when he's doing a squat, the primary muscles worked when you're lowering yourself are your quadriceps work to reduce the knee flexion, your hamstrings work to flex the hips, and then when he's raising, the quadriceps work to extend the knee, the glutes work to extend the hips, and those are the major muscles involved in this. And that's why when he goes to do a half squat, even though he's only going flexing his hips to the point of his knee, he's still getting that full range of hip flexion and hip extension, using most of the muscles of the movement system. Now we're going to demo a progression of the half squat, the full squat. Now, for the full squat, it's performed with the same stance as the half squat, except you're going to flex your hips lower than your knees. Now, in order to do this, you need to have proper extensibility in your adductors, which means your adductors can't be tight. So if you need to roll them out in order to perform this exercise, if you need to stretch to increase your range of motion, do so. The full squat isn't for everyone. It's only for people that have that proper extensibility. Now, the benefits of the full squat is that because you have to rotate your knees and your hips outward more, you're going to be working your glutes a bit more and your quadriceps a bit less. So you can choose which muscle group you want to focus on specifically. Now, when Sean demonstrates the full squat, his knees are going to move, like I said, a little bit outward. So we'll go ahead and perform the full squat here. Notice how his hips are below, distinctively below his knees. His knees are right about at his midsection, his hips are discernibly below. Now, his knees are out just a little bit. They're not extremely out. This activates his glutes a lot more. He still maintains his torso angle at about 45 degrees, and when he comes up, he maintains that angle until he goes into full hip extension.